Imagine the child that you love most. Maybe it's your son, your daughter, your niece or nephew, or your grandchild. Now imagine this. By the time they turn 18, they'll have seen over 200,000 food ads, and the majority of those for soda, chips, candy, and fast food. Companies spend over $2 billion a year marketing directly to children because they know if they hook them young, they can win them for life. And you might be surprised to find out where they are seeing these ads, so stay tuned to find out. Today I'm going to show you the 7 sneaky tricks that food companies use to target kids and how those tricks affect your child's choices, and most importantly, what you can do to fight back. Let's start with brand loyalty. Companies know the earlier they grab a child's attention, the more likely they are to keep that customer for decades. Think about cereal mascots. In the 1950s, advertisers realized that kids loved cartoons, so they placed Tony the Tiger right at the eye level in the grocery aisle. His eyes were even looking downward to lock eyes with the kids. This wasn't an accident, this is strategy. 70% of parents say they've bought a product because their child asked for it. It's what the industry calls pester power. Pester power isn't random nagging, it's engineered. Advertisers deliberately design ads so your kids will beg, plead, and push until you give in. Imagine if your coworker nagged you every day until you bought them their favorite soda. Annoying, right? That's how kids feel the pull, and it works, and the companies know it. The grocery store is a playground for marketers. Characters and colors at kid level, candy in every checkout aisle, so the last thing that the kids see is sugar. Tiny carts designed for little hands so that they can shop. Research shows that families will spend 8% more when their child is pushing that small cart through the grocery store. Have you ever been to a casino? Flashing lights, free drinks, it's dark, there's no clocks. Every detail is engineered to keep you playing. Well, grocery stores use the same psychology. Imagine that walking into the grocery store for your child is like you walking into a casino. And a child who watches a typical amount of TV will see 4,600 food ads in a year. Most are for foods that are high in fat, sugar, and salt. Ad in the grocery aisle. It's nearly impossible for a child not to be influenced. According to the Center for Public Interest, food companies market their products to children in a variety of ways. Whether kids see food advertisements on television, in schools, or online, food marketing can impact their food preferences, their choices, intake, and purchase requests. Unfortunately, much of the food marketing that children are exposed to is for unhealthy food, like sugary drinks and fast food. A foundational review from the Institute of Medicine found that food preferences develop as early as ages 2 to 3 and can be impacted by early childhood experiences and exposure to foods, among other factors. Children ages 2 to 3 have an awareness of food brands. Preschoolers are able to demonstrate brand recognition when cued by characters and colored packages. Children's food requests are most often for branded products. So here's a suggestion. Make a family shopping list before you go and stick to it. Teach the kids that we're here for just what's on the list and not what's on the shelf. We know that manufacturers are sneaky. Now we have to watch out for the healthy halo. Marketers are slapping words like organic, no added sugar, natural flavors on packaging, and parents think it's healthier. But studies show that 78% of kid-marketed foods with these labels are still unhealthy. So what is a healthy halo? Just because a snack is labeled organic fruit bites doesn't mean it even has fruit. Many fruit snacks contain zero actual fruit. Back in the day, junk food ads came during Saturday morning cartoons. Today, they're everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, and even games. There are websites built just for kids by fast food companies. This was crazy to me. Like the McDonald's Family Fun Hub with games, and there's incentives for buying food. These are called advergames. They are gamifying advertising and rewiring our kids' brains. And then we have the schools, and I was shocked. The brands have made their way into the textbooks. Oreo cookie counting books, M&M math problems, logos on the buses, logos on the gym walls, Coke rewards, fundraisers. The school can get a PE kit. I mean, let's just look at the sponsors of the School Nutrition Association and consider for a moment all the ways that these brands are advertising to your child.
The lobbies on behalf of schools, they're listed as a Smart Slice partner. And it's worth mentioning, Domino's, Tyson, and a number of other major food companies are SNA industry members, meaning they pay money for monthly newsletters, advertising discounts, and access to local legislative contacts. The SNA said, quote, "While many schools are working to increase the amount of freshly prepared and scratch-made menu items, those with limited equipment and labor resources rely on healthy, pre-prepared foods to ensure students receive balanced meals each day." Corporate money reaches far beyond the lunchroom. It works its way into school sporting events and celebrations through fundraisers. Think of scoreboards, parking lot signs, pizza parties, or that summer reading program. Krispy Kreme sponsors a major fundraising program. McDonald's has a big Teachers' Night fundraising program. The lobbies on behalf of schools.
And we wonder why our kids come home from school and ask for these brands. This is like a cigarette company giving away jump ropes in exchange for cartons smoked. I mean, we have to question the integrity of these sponsorships. Like, we're going to give away jump ropes for eating junk food. This is crazy. The jump ropes, that would be a sign of health, and obviously the junk food is not. So what can you do? 1, pay attention, get involved in your school. Ask your school who they partner with. Ask them instead to partner with local farms or offer cooking classes. Parents have more power than they realize when they speak up. The problem is most of us are just uninformed with what is happening. Now let's talk about the newest frontier, big data. Everything is smart and everything is tracking us. Every time you use a loyalty card, download a store app, or let your kid watch videos, that information is being collected. Not just you bought milk, it's combined with millions of data points to build a profile. So this big data is not just one person spying on you. It's massive computer systems predicting what you'll want before you even know you want it. Your child watches a cartoon on YouTube and suddenly they start seeing candy ads because the system matched their age, location, and viewing habits. So parents, imagine if every cashier wrote down your purchases and sold that list to advertisers. That's what's happening with big data. Now, if all of this feels overwhelming, take a breath. You are not powerless. Every time you shop with a list, skip those healthy Halo snacks and teach your kids to question ads. You're helping them to build a superpower. This is the first step in empowering our children. I've seen it firsthand. Kids in my classes get it. In a recent phone call from a new family, the mom said she heard about my cooking program from another mom on the playground and that her children no longer ate food dye because of what they learned in their Freedom Kitchen classes. That's them making the choice. And that's the goal, raising kids who can lead, question, and choose real food over fake food. Here's the bottom line. Food companies are clever. They use cartoons, packaging, apps, even schools to hook your kids young. But as parents, grandparents, and educators, we can be clever too. Teach your kids to spot the tricks. Give them the language to say, I know what that ad is trying to do. Because when kids learn that skill early, they don't just eat better, they grow up thinking critically in every part of their life. And next time, we're going to go even deeper because if marketing is the hook, the real danger is in the bait. I have other videos on this channel to go much deeper into marketing tactics, the addictive food model, and things that we can do to take our power back. This is about empowering you and your family. I'll add a link in the show notes for the study that I referenced from the Center for Science in the Public Interest on food marketing to kids. Your freedom begins in your kitchen.